12:45 p.m. His words are highly influential as they could provide clues about future interest rate decisions. And that's because gold experienced significant volatility this week. The price will be likely to reach the bullish targets that I have mentioned you before. Hi everyone, I'm Isaac Martinez, trader and analyst for XChief, and welcome to its official channel. Today we will uncover what's fueling the SP 500 record highs, dive into Bitcoin's explosive rise to $97,000, and explore what these moves mean for traders like you. Trust me, these insights could shape your next big trade. Let's get started. We always start with the economic calendar, and as you can see, it is based on GMT -5. So at 9 a.m. on Monday, the ISM manufacturing PMI will be released. This indicator measures the health of the manufacturing sector in the United States. A higher than expected figure suggests growth in economic activity, while a lower number may indicate a slowdown. It's important because it shows how the industry is performing and how optimistic businesses are. On Tuesday at 9 a.m., the JOLTS job openings report will be published. This report tells us how many job positions are available in the U.S. labor market. A high number indicates a strong labor market with a lot of job opportunities, while a low number could suggest a cooling labor market. Wednesday starts at 3 a.m. with a speech by Bank of England Governor Bailey. His comments are key to understanding how the central bank plans to manage monetary policy in the UK, which could significantly impact the GBP. At 7:15 a.m. on Wednesday, the ADP non-farm employment change report will be released. This report gives us an idea of how many jobs were created in the private sector, excluding agriculture. It's a preview of the official jobs report and is crucial for assessing labor market strength. At 9 a.m., the ISM Services PMI will be released. This indicator measures the performance of the services sector in the United States, which represents a large part of the economy. A high number signals growth in this sector, while a low number could show weakness. Wednesday ends with a speech by Fed Chair Jerome Powell at 12:45 p.m. His words are highly influential as they could provide clues about future interest rate decisions and the economic outlook. On Thursday at 7:30 a.m., the unemployment claims report will be released. This indicator shows how many people file for unemployment benefits for the first time in the past week. It's a good gauge of the labor market health. Low numbers are positive, while high numbers raise concerns. Friday kicks off at 7:30 a.m. with several key reports. First, the average hourly earnings will be released, which shows how wages are growing. Strong wage growth can be positive for consumers, but may also fuel inflation. At the same time, the non-farm employment change report, the official jobs report, will be released. This is one of the most highly anticipated indicators, as it shows how many jobs were created in the last month. A high figure signals a strong economy, while a low figure raises questions about economic growth. Finally, the unemployment rate will also be published at 7:30 a.m. on Friday. This data shows the percentage of people actively looking for work but unable to find it. A low rate reflects a strong labor market, while a high rate suggests economic challenges. Now let's head into the most important news of the week. And that's because gold experienced significant volatility this week, with sharp movements in both directions. After a strong rally last week, it started this week at $2,713 per ounce but quickly dropped, reaching $2,609 per ounce on Monday, the largest one-day decline in 4 years. Despite a partial recovery, prices remained in a range of $2,620 to $2,656 throughout the week, with slight gains late Thursday due to the US dollar weakness and increased safe haven buying linked to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Analysts are divided on gold's short-term trajectory. Some see potential upside due to the technical trends and seasonal strength in December, while others expect consolidation as the metal digests recent gains. The upcoming US employment data, along with statements from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, could influence gold prices next week. Although gold faces mixed pressures from economic factors and geopolitical uncertainty, it remains in a long-term bullish trend. Analysts recommend caution with some suggesting gold as a buy on pullbacks, targeting $2,700 in December. Overall, sentiment among experts and retail investors is split between optimism and expectations of sideways trading, reflecting the uncertain environment. At the close of the week, spot gold was trading at $2,650 per ounce, down 2.24% for the week. And on other news, the SP 500 reached a record intraday high during Black Friday session, driven by the tech sector and optimism in retail. Nvidia led gains with a 2.4% increase, while retailers like Macy's, Hasbro, and Target also rose on projections of record online spending, estimated at $10.8 billion, up 9.9% from last year. Major indexes, including the Dow Jones and Nasdaq, posted solid gains throughout the day. The semiconductor sector rebounded strongly, pushing the SOX index up by 2.3%, while the Russell 2000 index gained 0.7%, benefiting from declining treasury yields. November marked a standout performance for the markets, with the SP 500 on track for its best month since 2023, fueled by expectations of favorable economic policies and potential Fed rate cuts in December. In the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin rose 2.5% to $97,000, boosting related stocks such as MicroStrategy and Mara Holdings. However, not all news was positive. Applied Therapeutics plummeted 75% after the FDA rejected one of its drugs. With reduced trading volumes following Thanksgiving, market fluctuations were more pronounced. Optimism remains supported by expectations of pro-business economic policies, although concerns over inflation and its impact on Fed future decisions persist. Now we will start analyzing the graphic, and as always, don't forget that we start with the DXY, which is the US dollar index. We are doing this analysis on Monday, and we have seen that after the London session, Asian session, and also New York session, the dollar has been recovering. It is highly possible so for the dollar to try to recover for the next two bullish targets that we have at 106.854 and 107.283. These two zones can be considered as take profit prices, and also I could be considering that after reaching one of these two zones, we can see a manipulation from the price, and after that we can see a new pullback, and maybe there is a probability that the price will try to maintain this downward movement, but it will depend only if this upward movement could lead us to a new lower low, and which is the point that we need to see to establish a lower low. I think it's this. The point of the price is located at 106.121. So if we see that this support gets broken, the price will try to make a new upward movement, and with this upward movement we can try a new short, we can try a new sell with DXY. So we will try to reach the next bearish targets. The one is located at 106.121 and the next maybe 105.718. For the meanwhile, as we are seeing right now with the graphic, maybe the price will be likely to reach the bullish targets that I have mentioned you before. And if you are trying to see another bullish target, I can leave you this one, which is located at 108.005. Next asset, SP 500 4 hours interval. We have seen that after this last session, the price did a new all-time high and now is located at $6,046. In my opinion right now, we can do new upward movements. I don't think it's a good idea to buy the SP 500 right now. Maybe we need to see if our strategy can give us an entry to do a new sell. To do a new sell movement, maybe you can also work it with leverage, but the thing that I would like to do with the SP 500 would try to trade this new pullback movement. So for this, if we establish, or if we are considering that we have reached the higher high and after this we can see the pullback, maybe from this point of the price, one objective for this pullback could be $5,951, the next one $5,928, and the last one $5,895. If you are trying to consider bullish targets, maybe the last one that I can give it to you would be the $6,105. But don't forget, before we do a new upward movement, first we need to have a proper pullback to grab more liquidity and to ignite a new upward movement, to start a new upward movement. If you are bullish, you have here targets. If you are bearish, and maybe that could be like the best option for the next hours, for the next days, I think these are the best targets to take into account. Let's go with the euro dollar. Don't forget that I have established here a sales zone for you last week, and as we are seeing right now, in the last session, including Asian, including London, and including New York session, we have seen that the price effectively started moving downward because we were in a sell zone, as I told you before. And this was the sell zone I established with you 1 week ago. So it was prepared for you, and I hope you have been looking for this zone to consider sell trades, to consider bearish trades. After this, one of my objectives, my downward objectives, my bearish objectives, should be reaching the 1.04572, which we are really close. The next bearish target would be 1.04251, and the last target, considering that we can make a new lower low with the euro dollar, and watch out for this movement because maybe it will maintain this downward structure and we will start to see more lower lows with the euro dollar, and that is not so good if you're holding euros right now. And obviously the last bearish target would be located at 1.03330. Finally, let's see what Bitcoin has for us. This is one of the most interesting assets that we are trading right now. As you can see, we have reached a new all-time high that was located at $99,800. But after this movement that we are seeing right now, it is highly possible that we can continue an upward structure. And the most important thing you need to consider is that we are seeing a rally movement from Bitcoin. So if you are trying to sell Bitcoin right now, or just putting some leverage in sell trades, it is highly possible that you will lose those trades. Although right now we can be seeing these kind of movements, these kind of consolidations with Bitcoin. I mean, these kind of movements, something like this for the next weeks, maybe for the next 7 days, for the next 15 days. But I will try to find buy trades to do longs with Bitcoin because, as I told you, if we are in a rally with Bitcoin, in an bullish rally with Bitcoin, we need to find those trades that can go along with this bullish trend. So we will try to find buy trades, bullish trades. My objectives for this week should be in the bodies of these candles, which is the $98,158. And for my bearish objectives, I will leave you this. Well, one of the objectives having already reached at $94,700. The next one located at $93,250, and the last one at $91,500. Both bullish and bearish targets you need to consider that can be reached. And why? Because maybe we are in a consolidation phase for the next days, as I told you before. So we have seen how tech, retail, and crypto has been lighting up the markets, and opportunities are everywhere. If you enjoyed this breakdown, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep growing together. And don't forget, if you're ready to trade these assets, register now with XChief to take your trading to the next level. Link in the description, and see you in the next video.